Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to your Scottish podcast with myself, Craig. We are back after Christmas, so hope everyone had a good Christmas and a very good New Year. As usual, I have my trusty co-host Aaron. Aaron, how are you?
Very, very well.
Good,
Glad to
good.
be back to normality, as the saying goes. I think we all are, actually.
Yeah, we are. So, as you can see, our guest tonight, and it's a first time for us too. We have never had this gentleman on before. He has wrestled for companies such as PBW, PWS, Pro 2, SWE, BCW, Main Event Entertainment, Shield Pro, Target, Top Rope, PCW, which is Preston, Big Massive, Saltire, Mega Slam, W3L, Dance Pro Wrestling, WXW, and the list that he gave me, he said he thinks that's them all. He is your current and reigning, if if he doesn't correct me here, your current and reigning Big Mega Slam, Big Massive Wrestling Tag Team Champion with Alex Parker. He's also part of Suavito Heat. He is also one half of Next in Line. It is the one, the only, the showcase, Danny Clarke. Danny, how are you?
I'm good, happy to be here. I like the intro. I
I
feel
always try.
like you're rubbing the ego.
I always try. It's basically my speciality for these intros. Anything else, I would just go off topic, So I'll just go anywhere we go now.
Yep.
But no, it's good to have you on. I know we've tried to have organise this for a very long time, and it's worked well that you're our first guest for season 2. Might I add?
Yes, the
Oh,
first
see,
guest.
the only
From
ways
about,
up.
what, 3 weeks off, mate? 3 weeks, is it?
3 weeks
We've
off
had
we
off?
had. We
Yeah.
had 3 weeks off, which was what is much needed for all of us.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Um,
100%.
so yeah, but we're going to start with some random questions, like I always do. So to some break the ice questions, we call it. So first of all, what's your Tesco meal deal?
Oh, well, recently the Tesco at mine has started doing one that they only have it in the big one. It's a Korean barbecue wrap with no mayo, never mayo. And then I get Oasis and a grenade protein bar, or sometimes a bag of ready salted crisps, boring. I don't know, but I try to stick to the protein bars. Got to get the bulk on.
Yeah, yeah, but no, that wrap sounds really good. To be fair,
It does, actually. I'm not going to lie.
They do a katsu chicken one as well, which is good. But the Korean barbecue one's just appeared in the last few weeks, and small lunch every day.
you'll be fed up with it very soon.
I think so.
Chinese or Indian?
Oh. Go Chinese.
What's your go-to Chinese though?
It's salt and chili chicken, salt and chili chips, curry sauce.
Nice.
Just basic. Not very Chinese, probably.
I think Aaron really enjoyed what you said there because I seen his
Oh,
face.
yes. Yes, mate. Salt and pepper. Can't beat a bit of salt and pepper. Freaking.
What's
It's the best.
what's your pre-show meal?
Pre-show meal. Ooh. Depends where I am, I guess. To be honest, I usually try and eat after and try and got to get that ab shown. I try and have lunch like before I get to the venue, and then I'll try and eat till after. But if I'm having on a meal deal, or I say a meal deal, I always end up with McDonald's or KFC or something, whatever's on the way.
Fair. It's hard when you're travelling though, because I know obviously you mostly. I'm sure you drive half the guys to shows that you're on.
Yeah,
So like, they must be annoying to go. Oh, just stop here, just stop here, just stop here.
especially Mark Monroe.
Oh, I can believe that. To be fair.
I can quite believe that, actually.
I tell you, what's good when I was at SWE. There's German doner kebab on the main street around the corner. After every show, that's where I go.
Fair. You're not the only person that said that.
Yeah,
Who was it? Drew Marshall said the exact
Drew
same.
Marshall
Drew
said the
Marshall,
same. Yeah.
that's who I went to the last time.
Drew Marshall turned around and went, I try not to eat before it, but every time I come to Dundee, I ruin it and I go and get that before I even wrestle. I'm like,
Yeah,
could
that's the
you have
same.
that before you wrestle?
It's so good though. That's my favourite now. He's the one that introduced me to it. I can't get enough.
Fair. Well, that's fine. We could just blame Drew. Um, I'm trying to think of another question before we go into any further. Do.
Starbucks or Costa?
Uh, it's just I'll say Starbucks. I don't actually drink coffee, so but my girlfriend drags me in, so I need to get a hot chocolate when I go in.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should have a frappuccino without coffee.
Yeah.
Frappuccino without coffee, is it good?
Yeah, so me and my partner Tony, we get white chocolate frappuccino with no coffee,
Right.
with white chocolate mocha sauce, with caramel drizzle, with extra caramel drizzle. It's
That's it's
banging.
unbelievable.
It's really good.
That's,
You should get it.
I'll get that next time. I'll let you know.
I'll text you what it is, so you remember.
Yeah, please do. That sounds good.
Um, last one before we do go into it. Who do you take inspiration from? Like outside of wrestling, but in wrestling as well.
Outside of wrestling, I would say just my family. Yeah, my mum, my dad. Um, so, yeah, people like that. My girlfriend take inspiration. In wrestling, uh, I look up to guys like TJ, Rage, Kid Fight. They're really that trained me. And then I guess above that, we've all got to take inspiration for the top guys, the WWE guys. WWE, AEW, the guys that have been there. Yeah, I'd say that's who we all really take inspiration from. That's the place we all want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. So we'll get in touch with a wee bit about your wrestling. We are going to, for the guy people that are listening and watching back, we are going to change it up a little bit. Um, so it's going to be a little bit different. So, Aaron, can I ask why you just sent me the peace sign on Messenger?
I don't know, mate. I was actually opening the stuff you sent me. I didn't actually mean to send it. I was looking for something, and I was like, "Wait, I've just noticed it there." So I don't know. I wasn't meant to, dude. So don't worry.
See, Danny, I tell you, we go off topic. It's fine.
This is so good. Oh, good.
Um, so you've probably been asked this numerous times, but for anyone that's new to knowing who you are, what
Mhm.
made you get into wrestling and what made you want to become a wrestler?
Well, what made me get into it? Well, well, I say I've always. So, first match I remember watching is a random one. It's 2010 Royal Rumble.
Nice.
My papa had it on DVD. He got me it, and I watched it a million times. Still my favourite match because I've watched it that many times. And ever since then, I watched as much as I could, and then I always wanted to do it. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think actually anybody done it in Scotland. And then right when I was younger, my dad seen a poster for a PBW show in Airdrie Town Hall, which is local, and went to that, and they announced at the break that they have the training school and that to do all the shows. And I thought, yes, there we go, spot on. I was only, I think I was 13 when I started training, and then 12 probably when I heard that because my dad told me I was too young. And then I only lasted a year when I started, and it never stopped really.
Fair. No, that's good. Um, but like when you went to that first PBW show, what was it? Do you remember what it was like for you? Like walking, like you mostly watched like the Royal Rumble, but when you're going to your the first local time, what was that like for you?
Oh, I thought it was unbelievable to be honest because in my head I didn't really know what it was going to be in my head because I'd only ever seen these big American ones. I think I had maybe been to a WWE show before that, at Braehead Arena. Can't remember if it was before or after, but I'd only ever seen these big ones, and I had no idea really what it was going to be. And I went in, and I don't know if you've been to any of the shows in there, but it's a nice hall. It's a big hall, and we were sitting up in the balcony, and I thought it made me realise that it was a possibility to get to that level because it was so busy. Atmosphere was brilliant, and I remember coming out to thinking that it was just as just as good. I would say, yeah. I was hooked.
That's a good pun there because you were hooked on wrestling, and that's a company. I quite like that. I know you didn't mean it, but it was quite fitting. So you've trained for a while. You said you think you were about 16 when you made your debut. And your debut was yourself and Daz Black, and you went up against the Wanderer and Big Strong. Um, well, sorry, Big Strong Man. Um, how much in advance did you get to know that you were going to have that match? I know it was a PBW Academy attack, which is what the new people for PBW
Yeah, yeah.
mostly get their first matches on. But what was it like when you found out about that, and how was it on the day for you?
And I found out. So I would have found out. I didn't find out that far in advance, just because I trained at the Airdrie School, and then with TJ, and then it's Ross that books the show, so I had to go through and train at his school for a bit to let him see me. He put me on, but I didn't find out. So that was maybe I'd say maybe a month before the show. I found out I was on it, so I had to get gear and all that, and then I didn't find out who was in them. Well, I think I found out who was in the match, but because Daz is from down south, I didn't see him until the day of, so I was really nervous big time. Uh, I mean, I still get nervous before every show, but I don't think I'll ever be that nervous, especially because it was all my friends and family were there. And I was still a bit unsure how embarrassing I felt the full thing was. Getting out my top on. You could see my ribs and everything. It looked like I hadn't ate.
Jesus, you can still see your ribs. You know that flipping far.
Well, I've been bulking up.
I know. I know. Aaron, you can ask a question.
The usual one. Your nickname. How did your nickname come about, or have you had previous ones before the one you're on now?
Nothing previously, so it came about. It's quite funny actually. It came about. So I had nothing. My name was a bit dull without anything on before it, and at PBW they run a lot of academy showcase matches on some of their shows,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd done a lot of them, uh, just because there was no spots really on the main shows, so I'd done a lot of them, and then everybody kept calling me the showcase backstage because I was constantly in it. I knew it like the back of my hand, and it stuck. Well, I to be honest thought it'd be funny for one show to go out as it, and then it's just how it is now. Everyone calls me it. The only place that's different, I get Dynamite Danny Clarke at Pro 2, which I've tried to have stick and go elsewhere, but it doesn't seem to have worked so far. Hoping 2026, my resolution is to drop that and bring the Dynamite in, so it rhymes better.
You need to get on
Because
to Fiona. Telling you.
I know
yeah.
she loves the showcase.
I know. Since it's the showcase at Saltaire too.
So
Yeah.
it is actually. She ring
Maybe
it?
we
No,
could
she doesn't
shout
ring
it.
it.
Maybe we could shout it at the show.
No,
We're
that
at.
makes the fun of him being called the showcase.
I know it does, but still, we could technically, and he'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
See,
We'll
I'm not
see.
saying we're going, but we could, mate.
We'll see. You might
Like
get a
build it
surprise.
like at some point because throughout the year, and then everybody's like, "What the fuck are they on about?" And it's an inside joke because we've spoke about it.
And
And I'll get announced as it in December. Then it'll pay it off.
then
Yeah,
that's when
sure.
you'll hand us that bit of cash then, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
um,
right.
no, it's class. Like, and a lot of people say that, like, if you don't get nervous, I think people are like, you're not doing it properly. Everyone's going to get nervous for a show in their match.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Uh, the nerves, I mean, they vary depending on who I'm in with
Mhm.
and where, like, what sort of show it is and that. But like, no matter how many people are there, whatever, I'm always nervous, especially when I mean, babyfaces usually go out second, so I'm usually second. So whenever the the heel's going out, that's when it really hits me, and I'm trying to warm up right in the gut. No matter what, how many I've done every time. I think if the nerves go away, it's time to try and go push your comfort zone out a bit further. Then, if you're not nervous,
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Obviously, we've lifted off a numerous amount of companies you've worked for, but obviously a lot of the companies, as you've just alluded to, is you are face. So, do you prefer being face or do you prefer being a heel?
I don't think I've got a preference. I think just now I'm far more experienced as being a face. Uh, so I don't work heel that often. Only SWE I work heel, which is the best fun. So much fun. I love it.
No, you can
I
see
worked.
that.
I've worked.
Not that I get to much of their shows, but you can see that you love doing that with Mark, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah,
You love it,
it's
and it's like you see. Like obviously, we see him at shows as well as Craig alluded to, but it's like and just seeing him enjoying working with you as well. Because I even said that to him like months back. I says, "Man, I know I don't get to many of the SWE shows, but just seeing you and Danny bouncing off each other, doing what you're doing as the heels, it's just for me. I think it's a breath of fresh air because anywhere else I see you, I always see as a face, and you say
yeah,
you're not. But I think it's different when you get to see you as playing the bad guy, and it's refreshing to see that you two just click. I mean, what you're doing at SWE is just something different, if you know what I mean.
yeah. No, I appreciate that. It's yeah, it's such a good laugh.
Yeah.
It's so fresh for me. I mean, he obviously works heel quite a lot,
Hmm.
and to be honest, see, and I bet probably about half the promotions that we've listed off, I've worked him heel, me face. So we've done that so many times. It's just SWE is such a good laugh because it's the total opposite for me.
Yeah.
But it's like just going out and having a laugh with your best mate. It's so good, and every show is just funnier because we're just getting more and more into it, and I'm trying to figure it out because before turning heel at SWE, I'd only ever worked heel. I worked heel down south with
Hmm.
Megaslam just because I'm Scottish and they don't like Scottish people. Uh, but that's not true. I worked heel a couple of matches in Denmark with DPW a couple of years ago. But yeah, I didn't have much experience at all, and I love working face. Face is so fun, especially at at the big shows. Being face is so fun. I would say depending on the crowd, you know what I mean. If it's more kids being face, I love it. If it's more adults being heel, is like such a good laugh.
Yeah. Because then you get it back. Like that's what's it says to Craig all the time. That's what's great about having see folk you know it shows, and like you're needing someone to go for you. You could give like a signal or whatever, and say like
Yeah,
if you're needing something, and then someone will go and then people will be like, "What the hell? How do they know to go?" If you know what I mean, when it's needed for the show,
It's
and
normally
stuff.
me that gets the signal from everyone.
I know it normally is, mate.
Normally I get a look or they'll do something and I just hope that's my cue because especially see it a double down. You get
Yes.
people that straight away will go into the clap and I'm like too early.
Because we're sitting there and it's like wee man's going away to go because he'll come and shows and I'll say, "I'm wait, bud, wait for it." And
And
then he
then
looks at
Aaron's
me.
waiting as well, but it's me that starts it because I know exactly when to do it.
I'm waiting. I'm thinking he's telling me to wait, and I was ready. He's like, no, still too early. And I was like, right, I'll wait then. And then so it's like now, if we know someone's going, like we'll all just wait, and then when he starts, whether it be a chant or a clap or whatever, we'll
Aye.
all go.
That's when the crowd
That's
goes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And what I love now though is it shows because there's other people that follow suit. We don't have to use our voices much. Like if it's a wee kid, we'll help them.
Yeah,
But because there's
yeah,
other
yeah.
folk now doing what we would do because they've been going to shows and they know what's happening,
I
it
don't
saves
know.
our voice a little bit. And we do still help, but we love the fact that we don't have a sore voice after a show, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean, for a change, or sore hands or whatever and stuff. I know before Craig moves on. Um, so who came up with the name in SWE Next in Line? Was it collectively, or how did that actually come about?
I've got to give the credit to Mark Monroe. He's the as hard as it is to say, he is really creative. I mean, we did collaborate on choosing. He came up with a few different ones, and we kind of narrowed it down together. But he is he is really creative. He knows his stuff with that. He designed the t-shirts as well.
Which, if
Uh,
he's watching, I'm still waiting on one.
I've still got to get one
you
actually.
want one?
He's meant
Get
to
the
get
order
me
into it.
one. He knows he's
I've
meant to
not
get
heard
me
about
one.
this.
This is why I promote it.
I'll get on him. I'm getting on him.
Good,
I'm texting him right now. Tell you that.
good.
Right. Craig wants his top.
Just while you're doing that, Claire has come in, who comes to the shows with our boys. The boys are learning when to do it. They're catching on to the clues. So the wrestlers need to buck up their ideas because kids are catching on now. I'm joking. But going back a little bit onto your heel and your faces, you're like as you've alluded to, you've done your face for a very long time, you're used to that and you do that really well. The first time I seen you heel at SWE, I laughed. I could not take you serious. And it even turned him to Tony. I was like, I can't take him serious. I'm sitting there killing myself laughing. He's like, why are you laughing? I was like, because I can't take him serious.
That
It's
one
like
we
when I
done the
see,
run out.
yeah, that I called as well that was happening. Um, it's when I seen Mark doing face for the first time. I killed myself laughing at him because I'm like, I can't take him serious as a face.
Yeah, but I know we're like polar opposites the two of us.
So it's one of those that if I'm used to someone, it's like, see if I was to see Xander Davison, for example, because he's heel all
What
the time,
babyface?
what
God, I don't
babyface,
know if
I
I've ever.
think I would
Even
kill
know if I've
myself
ever seen
laughing.
him.
If he was to come out as a baby, I would kill myself laughing as well because we are so used to seeing him as a heel. It
Yeah.
would be weird to see him come out
I,
as a face, if you know what I mean. I know, depending on the promotion, that determines what's going on, and there could be, for whatever reason, as the saying goes, card is subject to change, and that
yeah,
obviously
very true.
means for the person they're fighting, right? Oh shit, right, you're going over his face tonight instead of the him, and then if he was to come out with like with his music, but then try to interact with the crowd, and like when he comes out, like you go to give the hands or whatever, and he does
Yeah.
that or calls them losers. If he came out then going to shake hands, I think me and Craig would do a little bit, we just laugh in his face because it
Ah,
just I can't see it happening. But when
I
it
can't
does,
picture.
it will at some point. But when it does, I think we'll just both laugh at him, if you know what I mean.
I'm trying to think. I can't think at any time I've seen him work the face.
No,
I'm not. I'm
I
not.
think
I don't think there is, but I was.
no,
If he ever did, it's going to be one of those that you're like, what the fuck?
what the
Like,
fuck? Yeah,
you're,
it's going to be
you're
a what the
getting the
fuck.
crowd on your team. You're like, your crowd is cheering for you. This is just wrong.
Yeah.
he's the ultimate heel.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is, and he play like the way you
He's
guys
old
do it
school.
in SW. He plays it so well, and he knows like what you and like Mark plays here predominantly, but you know how to work a crowd. If you know what I mean, he knows what
Yeah,
ticks and what's going to get the
yeah,
hate
he's
from
good.
the fans. And if you're not doing that well enough, you're as if a heel, you've not done your job. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a couple of companies you've been part of. Obviously we've talked about PBW a little bit because you've said obviously it's your training. You started there. You love the big town shows. Um, but when you were brought, we'll go to SWE. When you were brought into SWE, how did that come about?
So first SW show I done was against uh John Hex. He's
Johnny
changed his name
Johnny
that many
Wilson.
times.
Johnny
Johnny
Wilson
But
Wilson.
now. He's had that
it was
many
John
bloody
Hex at the
changes,
time.
honestly,
It
because
was
it
for
was
the
John
belt.
Thunder, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you were
yeah, I know.
face it
That's what I
that way.
always call him
Funny
by
that, eh?
accident.
Yeah.
You were face it
Uh,
that.
so I had a single first show I done for them singles match with him for the. This is terrible. What's the belt?
Future.
Future
Future,
division. Yeah, yeah,
future division belt.
future division belt, and it was they just so TJ, who I train with most of the time. He is always a pest to be, as you know,
Yep.
and they asked him for a body, and then he got me in. That must have been a couple of years, maybe at least 2 years ago, I'd say probably. Yeah, because I didn't do another show for a while after that, but yeah, I got brought in there for that, and that was a fun match. I remember it being absolutely boiling. I don't think I'll get brought in maybe 6 months later or something like that. I done a tag match with Dave Nitro. I don't know if you probably don't know. Against me and Dave versus uh, Hugo and Jackal. That
Not
was the
remember
second one.
Dave Nitro.
Uh, and then I was up. So I done those two, and they were quite kind of separate, like one-offs. And then get brought back up, and then I think when I got brought next time I was in was the heel turn. I could maybe won him before that.
I think there could have been one more before that because I remember the heel turn and no one was expecting it because you came in when it was Mark's match. I was going to call him his real name. I mean,
Yeah,
it
you
was
were.
his match and you came in and I'm sure was it not against
Came
Bragg?
in, yeah. I jumped Kevin. I
Kevin,
jumped Kevin Jacobs,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then he got the win over Brian because I had wrestled singles against Roddy Shaw earlier in the night
Hmm.
and beat him, and then done the run out. I think on fifth, yeah, second last. I'm sure.
Hmm.
I think I definitely had a show in between the two, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
There could have well been, but no, it's fine. Um, and obviously you've been a mainstay basically at SWE since then. Um,
Yeah.
is there anyone in SWE that you've not went up against that you would like to go up against?
Oh yeah, 100%. Um, I'd love to go in with Drew, Iron Drew. I know he's a heel as well, but one day we'll get that, or we'll get him in. We'll get him a join next in line.
He is a
I'd love
heel. He is a heel now.
It's a heel, yeah.
to
Yeah.
we'll get him in. Uh, their last show, and they had Krieger. Sadly, he's away back to Canada, but uh, I'd love to go in. I wrestled him a few times, but not. I feel like the last year I've came on a lot. I'd like to wrestle him now with all his new stuff and all my new stuff. Who else is there? I wrestled the Jackal, but I'd like to wrestle him. I'd like to wrestle him again, singles or tag. Now that the roles are switched, because I was face, he was heel last time. Um, who else we got? I'm having a mind blank. Tommy Cartel. Yeah. But again, who else babyface? I wrestled Ryan Christie that often that that's all I can picture.
I know.
Hmm. I'm trying to think.
So my while we're trying to think of this, Danny, can I ask a wee favour from you?
No.
Yes, of course.
There's a boy watching called Ollie. It was his birthday on Monday past. Could you wish him a happy birthday?
Oh, happy birthday, Ollie. Hope you had a good day. Hope you get lots of presents.
I'm still trying to think of who's a face.
I'm trying to think as well. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm having a mind blank. I mean, obviously Johnny Wilson. I'd like to wrestle singles with him,
Yeah, because he's now back as face as well.
Yeah.
and he does some cool stuff, man.
Hmm.
But I had a lot of fun that last tag match. I really enjoyed with him and Brian. I think that was possibly my favourite one we've done up there.
Nice.
Um, This is terrible. I can't think who else works face regularly up there.
No, same here.
I feel like it's just all heels that are coming up in. Do you know what? I'd like to go in with TJ again. I love being in with TJ.
Fair.
It's always a good laugh.
That's fair. So your finisher move for next in line
Yes.
Oh yes.
when is the drop kick flatliner.
Yep.
What? Who came up with that? And Jet, who came up with it? And please tell me it was you and not Mark.
That one, I'll say it was a collaboration, that one, I think. So we're both big fans of Motor City Machine Guns.
Mm-hmm.
As you can probably tell, half the moves we do. They use that. So we both sat and watched a lot of machine gun stuff. And that was as soon as I seen that, I thought, I just thought that is class. Like it's one that can be, it's important that it was important because we're both not massive. It's important that we could do it to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I could hit that on I could hit that on anyone. I could hit that on Johnny Wilson, or I could hit that on TJ, or I could hit it on Hugo. I could hit it on
Really
who's
shocking.
tiny.
Or
Yeah,
if you're looking for tiny, Jackal. Who else is tiny that's there? Not many people that tiny that are.
There's not many people.
Jackal's Jack though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that move. Though it's starting to the back doesn't love it every time I do it. I'm gonna swap the roles round.
Oh, that would be
Keep
quite
telling
funny.
him that.
That'd be quite funny.
Yeah.
I gets too
Alright.
scared when he's up the top rope.
You shouldn't have told me that. He's going to get slagged to hell now.
What a joke.
Claire's reply saying that Ollie says thank you.
You're welcome.
You've just mentioned Motor City Machine Guns. It's a tag team that I've watched for years and I do like as well. And now that you've said that, it does click about a lot of your moves that you do. So yeah, I'm happy with that. See, as much as you're a heel in SWE, I do like you in other companies. Okay.
Well, it's important even when you're heel, you've got to get the cool stuff in. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
So obviously you've also been at Pro 2, where you are part of Suavito Heat. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. How did it come about you getting into Pro 2, but then also after you've been in Pro 2, joining Suavito Heat?
Pro 2. So I only debuted for Pro 2 in last March. Yeah, would have been my first match was me and TJ versus Mark Monroe and Silas Everett, Silas the Virus. That was last March. That was fun. And then so I get in there. So Suave Gav, who's the manager, Suavito Heat, he comes down to not all of, but a lot of the PWS shows. And just get speaking to him loads at them. And then him and TJ, between the two of them, convinced the promoter to get me in for that one. And then yeah, I was at, and then so Gav didn't manage me the first one, but we done. He came and spoke to me in the ring after the match. Same sort of gimmick the next show. So after that first one, I was on. Must have had a good match because I was on most of the shows this year, which I was very thankful for. Because I do it. Pro Tours are really really good fun. And then so this next show I wrestled Mark. Yeah, I wrestled Mark in a singles. And then as per low blow finish. he goes over the cheating, and then Gav comes out, and then from then on, that was me. So Vito Heat, and then Alex Parker, who I tag with. So after that one, I done like a storyline with Mark. There was like a tournament for the number one contenders for one of the other belts, the Why So Serious belt. Done that, uh, and then after the tournament, so Mark won the tournament, and then I beat him later on, become number one contender, and then from then on, well, actually, it wasn't even planned out. So Alex came in, he was supposed to have a singles match, and then as you were saying, like card subject to change. Uh, Something happened, ended up happening for having to be me and him get put together against Xander and Ahmed Hamdi tag match, and that was a fun match. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite matches for last year. And then from then on, Gav Gav decided Alex was in with us, and then was on a run. Probably done maybe half a dozen shows. Then won the big massive belts at Pro Two at the end of the year, end of November, I think.
So,
It's so fun.
so obviously you've just alluded on you won the big massive belts at the end of November at Pro 2. How much had like when did you find out you were going to win them, and how did that feel? Because if I'm correct, that's the only championship you've won so far.
Yeah, that's all I've won so far. I was so buzzing. It was a voice note from Logan Storm that runs those shows. So that's in my work, and I got it. I looked at it, and it was like 5 minutes long. I was like, oh no, what have I done? And yeah, that's just telling me. And that was after. So they run round about here. So and that's where Alex is from. So he was getting good reactions, and I had already been getting good reactions before then. And then he put it together, and it clicked for there because we tag on PBW as well quite a lot. And he was happy with what we were getting. That was what the voice note was saying basically. At the end of the year, he wanted to put the belts on us, and I was like that. Oh, I was excited, but I was like, you never know until you've got them.
Mm-hmm.
And then as it get nearer, it finally happened, and it was yeah. I was so buzzing. The belt's still it's sitting in my drawers, right in the middle of my room, propped up. We've not defended them yet. I've not even that. I've actually not even came out with it yet because they didn't do any shows over Christmas. So their first show is March the 8th, I think. Get a tag match, fatal 4-way tag match. So
Mm-hmm.
that'll be a complicated one. But yeah, I had to actually pull that show that we won the belts. I had to pull double duty. I had to go out and wrestle singles match for the Why So Serious belt after. So we won those belts on first match, and then I was on fifth again, and losing the effort sadly. Could have been Danny two belts.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
that one you've just alluded to with the for the Fatal 4-way, you've got Meat Factory of John Kerr and Craig Berry. You've got
yeah.
Rage and Storm, which
Well,
is TJ Rage and Logan Storm Jr. You've got yourselves, and you've also got Mouth and Muscle, which is Ahmed Hamdi and, funnily enough, Mark Monroe, who has got no muscle and no mouth.
I know he's haunting us. He's everywhere.
I know. Um, which, to be fair, I do think that will be a good match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's actually card subject to change yet again. Meat Factory. Sadly, not anymore. That's the team I'd like to get in with. Hopefully, me and Mark or me and Alex can get in with them. It's hot stuff now. It's been swapped out.
I was thinking I pulled up the wrong one because they shared that and then they shared the
They shared it
ads.
again. Yeah,
Yeah,
the AI the AI posters.
hmm Now even that hot stuff are new to the business as well. Um,
Yeah.
Good guys, though. Good guys.
to be fair, a lot of the guys that I do have them agreed, but they've asked for extended time before they come on so they can get more matches under the belts,
You
which
jump
is
on.
fine.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
I got on really well with both of them. They're a good laugh. Um, And to be fair, everyone that we got on is basically people that I already know, apart from maybe a couple of people that I don't. It's
You
like
pester them, and you pester them, and you pester them.
I don't, I
If they
don't,
don't, wait,
I
wait, I
don't
wouldn't say
pester them.
pester. They don't give you an answer. You'll go back at the next show and say, "What about this?
Yeah,
What we need
but
to get
that's
this sorted."
I'll leave it a good bit of time first, all right?
I
I've
don't
leave
mean
them
it
for a
like I don't mean
previous
it
bit
like
of
that,
time. You
pester. But
just
I've never
sounded to me
heard.
like I was a fucking stalker, Aaron, all
No,
right?
I don't mean it like that. Daniel know what I
Eh,
mean. It's like because obviously
Didn't pick them.
originally
Well,
earlier
probably
because
did.
stuff happened, right? But if shit's going down, like you message me and say, right, wait, we're going to be 20 minutes, half an hour later because X, Y, and Z.
Hmm.
If you know what I mean. I'm not meaning it like that. I mean it's like right, you maybe haven't heard from for like you'll initially make contact, and then you don't hear from for about a month, right? Because the schedule's so busy. Then you'll reach back out, and then again, maybe 2 months have gone past. You're thinking, right, yes, we spoke at a show, but because they're busy, I need to get you nailed down because I've got a list as long as my arm with everybody that we've got coming up. So it's not me. I know I worded that wrong. It sounded like you're stalker, but I didn't mean it like that, dude. Sorry, I meant that you maybe did this with Danny whenever, and Danny was busy, but then Danny's reached out and said, right, look, I'm free X, Y, and Z, and then between you have picked the date if that makes sense.
Well, to be fair, I'm gonna jump.
You cornered me
I,
outside
I,
the venue
I did corner Danny
at the
beside the
van.
venue and like let's just get this date sorted. At the last Saltair show was it not?
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Probably
it
would
was
have
one
been
of the.
because yes,
I don't
because
know
you
if it's the
messaged
last
me
one, but
when
it was
I
one.
or you
Yeah,
messaged me when I had the internet and when I
It
was
was the
away.
one I
So
was
you've
in with
got Danny
Sam.
Clarke on. I went
yeah,
when
that was the last one because Aaron didn't make that.
because
And I was
I was in
like,
Paris. Yeah.
we've got Danny Clarke race now, and I basically he was taking part of the ring to the van, and I just went, right, Danny, come here, let's just get you.
I'm sure I had stuff in my hands as well.
Yeah,
And
did
he
you had
goes,
a
we've got
board?
Danny agreed. I went, okay. And it's like, because obviously it's not much of a time difference when you're in, I think it's an hour or whatever. And he goes, when? Because I had Wi Fi at the point, so it was great. And it's like, when? He goes, after New Year, I goes, okay, that's cool. He says, tell me about it when I get home and we could speak about it then. But I was like, as soon as he said that you agreed, and then when I got back and we were chatting and stuff, I was like when he's had other folk on, I thought I'm looking forward to it to hear your insight and hear your stories and the reason why you're doing what you're doing, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It
But yeah,
was.
definitely cornered him out of the van, and I'm sure he had a board or a beam in his hand.
See, so there we go. I'm not
Funny.
lying then. But you don't, I don't mean it to come across like that. But if you haven't heard, you'll then get back in touch with whoever it is,
I
because
know
obviously,
there's so many shows, isn't it? Everyone's so
yeah,
busy,
and I
No,
get
which
it,
is so
but
good for everyone.
no, and I
it's
totally get that, and I'm glad for them. It's just with the list that I've got about a
yeah,
year and a half worth of a list.
Yeah.
yeah,
Who have you
because
got
we've
on
been
next?
that many folk, and
Well,
it's like every time we've got someone or add to a list, it's like I think it was like when we first had Fiona on. And
mhm.
it's like she kept Craig mentioned it because to get a ring in her perspective because we never had it. And then she said to him, I can't remember what show it was that he was at, or she messaged him and says, when you get me on. And she says, like, look, I've got a list. And he actually showed her the list. And she went, oh, right, okay, really. But then I think whoever we were meant to have on, for whatever reason, I can't remember who it was, couldn't do that night. So he then said to Fiona,
Yeah,
says, look, I've got
Fiona's on.
space. Can we fit you in that night instead of who it was meant to
Yeah,
have? You know what I mean? So in a way, it worked, and it came earlier for Fiona, but Fiona probably would have probably been some point this year or into halfway through this year, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
I'm currently
But
trying to find my list.
I know, mate. I can't remember because there's that many folk that we've had, and because are we not doing before we go to FTO? Are we not doing? So I can't remember who that
Right,
sounds wrong. But are we not doing that? Sounds so wrong, if you know what I mean.
I've got January and February fully booked. And we'll go through them just because I'm feeling nice again today. So next week we are Thursday next week, and that's with Mad Dog McAngus from England, talking about progress, wrestle tours, and TNT and
FTO.
stuff like that, and FTLO. Then end of this month it is Davey Blaze.
Oh, it'd be
Oh,
great to get him back on again, mate, and just take a
Um,
piss out of him.
yeah. Start of December, start of February. It is Adam from Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast, who works
all
with
right.
Fiona. Then the week after that is Alex Parker.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
Then the week of FTLO, we have a English wrestler, a boy called Prince Pele, who we have never interviewed before. I've got to know through going to FTLO and meeting him and stuff like that there.
Nice.
He's coming on. We're going to talk about the Future Shock show that's happening on the Saturday night at FTLO and just FTLO and his career as well. And then the last week in February is we've got Brian D coming on to talk about the Saltaire show, first show of the year.
Nice.
Then the Monday after that will be Brian again because we'll have him on the Monday after the shows.
Yeah, to talk about, and if he can give us any inside scoops,
Yeah.
ask him why something happened, and like a behind the curtain, but not giving too much away, if that makes sense.
When's that show? That's the 28th or something?
It's a week after FTO, mate. It's a week
31st.
after
No, that's January. I'm looking at, sorry. 28th.
28th, a week after
Nice.
FTO.
Yeah, it's the
I think I've got
28th,
to be that day.
probably. So you're
Yes,
missing the Rumble
Rumble.
because
Does
it's
SWE not have the Rumble as well?
that on the same night, yeah.
Yeah.
Same night, yeah. Everyone's in
Might be.
Dundee.
That's true.
And you'll go to Gem and Donner as well after the show.
Of course. I'll take all 30 Rumble participants with me.
But yeah, like the list of people I've got Meat Factory, I've got Danny Kaye, TJ, Luke Aldridge, Hugo Harris, RPG, Johnny Wilson, Sheik El Sham, Rabu, Logan
Oh,
Smith,
shit.
uh, Big Mick, Tommy Lockhart, Adam Handy, Ahmed Hamdi, um, August
August
Ortoz,
Artois.
Artois.
Wow.
Right, okay, I'm dyslexic. Leave me alone, you. Um, Nathan Reynolds, Ruby Roberts, Silas Everett, Booth at IO, Hunter Sampson, Rory Shaw, Rosie Knight, Hot Stuff, Iceman, Jack Harrop, Ian Skinner, Hera, Brody Turnbull, Mikey Devine, Levi, Chris Kinston.
See your eyes going to your mix. This list is still going and going.
Yeah,
Well, that's about 2 years worth of podcasts.
That's what
I
I mean.
know. And I've still got people to ask as well.
But it's like what we try to do is have a list and then work it in. So you've got like maybe one a week,
Like,
one
yeah,
each
nah,
week
that's good.
within the month. So you've got like in January, we've got yourself, then we've got the ones we've got next week and that, if you know what I mean. So it's to keep it because we've not been on for a while, but to keep it
Yeah,
a
it keeps
little
it fresh.
fresh and
Yeah,
then like get different folk and like obviously if somebody pulls out, somebody we've got penciled in somewhere else, we'll just say to
yeah,
them
you
because
can
they were
get someone
next.
in.
We'll
Yeah,
switch them about and say, look, can you come in instead? Because like whatever. But whereas if we can't then get a guest, we'll just pop on between us and just chat shit,
yeah, just talk.
basically.
Yeah,
Just so we're still putting some content out there, if you know what I mean, rather than not having a
but
podcast. Like we just talk about random stuff or shows that we've been to or what we think is going to happen in like WWE or AEW coming up and stuff like that. If you know
yeah,
what I mean? Just to still, even if it's only half an hour, just to still put something out rather than like not doing anything for a week.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And
100%.
That's what I
and
mean. See, we have completely went off topic because
yeah.
you know what I mean. It's what we do.
And then with that as well, if it's a tag team as well, I'll try and because I've had Fraser Girvin and Lewis Girvin on separately.
Yeah.
I need to organise
Try
them
to get
coming
them
on
both.
together. Like
Yeah.
yourself and Mark. I've had Mark on. I've now had you on. I'll try and get you and Mark on together
I'll
to
come
talk
on
about
both.
next in line.
Yeah, yeah,
Same
100%.
after I have Alex Parker on, I'll look to get you and Alex
Yeah, get us
Parker
both
on.
on. Talk about the
Uh,
heat.
yeah. So
You should
it's
get Junior as well. Put him as your list. Logan Storm Junior. That's the other guy in the
I've
Sophia
already
Heat.
got him. I just never
You've
mentioned
already
him.
got him.
And I've got Raven Creed as well because they're both at sort of Nick Salter
No.
joining the Rumble.
Yeah.
Or that's good
Yeah.
for them. It's really
Well,
good.
I know it's been announced from Brian that Logan Storm Jr.'s there
Yeah.
because he announced
There's
it on
Raven.
live. But Pro 2 put out something about Raven Creed being in the Rumble as well.
Uh,
So, but I'd spoke to them already and they've both agreed to come on. But again, it's more of the need experience because they're very new to the business and only had a couple
Yeah.
of matches.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that's not a problem at all. Take your time, and we'll just work it. I'm happy to go when the wrestlers are happy. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
going to force anyone to come on
I
early.
don't
I
want to
don't
rush them.
want to be Plus, it then allows them to talk about more that they want to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what I'm going to do is we're going to one more company we'll talk about before, and then we'll go into a wee. I want to say a fun game, but yeah, we'll go for a fun game. So, we've alluded to you've came to Saltaire.
Yes.
How did that come about? You coming to wrestle at Saltaire?
Saltire. So they use the ring from PBW for their shows. So we're all, and they use a lot of guys for there. I wasn't booked the first, well, Saltire. Do you know, I can't remember who I first wrestled on Saltire. I went up and helped a few times with the merch and stuff, basically. Um, and then, oh, I tell you, I think my first match there was a 6-man. So just because I'd went up and helped a few times in Ross, it was his ring and that he kind of put a word in for me, I think, and I'd been up there a few times, and I think they had seen me elsewhere because in the PBW shows and that. First match I worked there it was in a big massive hall. It was a 6-man, me, uh, Danny Kay, and Alex Clarke versus no, it was Danny Kay. There was someone versus Kid Fight, Davy Blaze, and someone else. This is
That was not
terrible.
Saltaire, that was Scotia you're thinking of.
Sorry, my bad.
That's all right, man.
It's just when you said
Saltire.
about Alex Clarke and that, I was like, that's Scotia.
Sorry, my bad. Saltire. What was Saltire's first show? I'm sure I was on it.
Saltaire's first show was it was Saltaire Pro Wrestling first, and that was the Great Kingdom Bash. And at that show
Was in
was
the
when
room. That was in the room with the green walls.
that was
I
the
wrestled
Peel
Hunter.
Centre across in Newport on
Yeah, yeah,
Tyne.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I remember that. It's all coming back to me. I wrestled Hunter there. He dropped me in my head with that many choke slams. I
Mm.
forgot.
And
Yeah,
that
I'm pretty
then they
sure.
announced that they were changing to Saltaire Championship Wrestling.
Right.
Yes.
I do remember that show now because the chippies across the road.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I wasn't at that show they announced it either, so Craig's just speaking shite.
It wasn't. It was
Forfa.
Forfar. It was announced that it was changing, mate.
Forfar. I was there. I was at Forfar as well. So, Forfar I wrestled in the mad scramble, didn't I? Is the King of the Gauntlet. Oh, see,
King and Gauntlet. Yes, when
oh, that
what's
was
his
Hunter
face?
again. I get jobbed out to Hunter twice.
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting that. I can't beat him. He's too huge.
Yes, mate. I wouldn't want to go up against him. Nice guy to chat to, like most style after,
He's
but
lovely. He's lovely. So
like
no, yeah, I done those two. So and then the next show for them I done was with Sam Taylor in the tournament, the next gen, which was actually a really fun match. Got to say,
Mm-hmm.
good crowd at that one too. So to get any Saltire, Brian just messaged me. Yeah, I actually think the first one with Hunter. Yeah, Brian just messaged me for all of them. He books really far in advance, to be fair, so which is good. Uh, yeah, the one with Sam was good. That's probably my favourite one I've had for Saltire. We've done quite a lot, and then he helped me a big 450 splash was absolute agony.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mainly remember for that one. Were you at that show? Oh, that's the one you. So you were. That's the one you cornered me.
Yeah.
yeah, that was the one when I was in because funnily enough, like because you get the raffle is like a family ticket for the show. I was like, it says that to we says, well, I'll not be taking that to that show then because I'll not be here. It says, so I'll take it to the next show if that's okay. She was like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so we're
That'll be
going
the
to the
Rumble the
Rumble
next
show
one.
for free.
The Rumble show doesn't it cost me a penny?
Nice. That'll be a good show.
I'm looking forward to it actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is it if they announced? Oh, they announced. Did they announce a tag title match?
Yeah.
Actually, Yes, I'll give me a second, mate, whilst he's
I
faffing
know
about.
something.
I've got
I remember.
cramp.
Do you know what?
I thought that, mate. It's all good. Don't worry. I will do
Cramp
a
up.
little bit of jiggery pokery whilst you've got cramp.
Try to think. I'm not on social media enough. I need to. That's my New Year's
Yeah, so
resolution is
you've
to
got
try
the
and.
Par versus Dead Cell.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's the one I was thinking. Yeah, that would be
And you've
good. Though.
also got Daisy Jenkins versus Molly Spartan in a #1 contenders match.
This match, yep.
That'd be really good. Yeah,
I mean,
stacked.
yeah. And then obviously you've got the Rumble where anything can happen in that.
And there's also meant to be another next gen match.
Yes, there is actually. Yes, from the bracket, remember, because that was shared as well.
Mm. Who's it? Is that the one with the mystery?
No, that's the other one. I think it's Danny Kaye's match, is it?
It's Danny Kay's match, just a mystery.
No, Mark's got the mystery.
Mark's got a mystery.
But I think it's Danny Kaye's match that's on the next show.
Ah, right, okay, right. That makes perfect sense. That does make
Is
perfect
that Danny
sense.
Kaye versus Ahmed? Am I right?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It all blurs into one.
See, when you work with so many people on so many different shows, though, I will, though, if you know what I mean, if they're on similar
Yeah,
promotions to you're on, if that makes sense.
that's how I do enjoy getting down south and stuff for the shows because it's
Mhm.
all different people.
Yeah,
I like to meet all the new. I like to. I've got my first show of the year is next Saturday, so 24th. Got
nice.
Shield down in South Shields, like Newcastle way.
Oh,
They're
nice.
good. They're good shows. I've done a few for them. They're nice guys.
Great, great. What's this game you're wanting to go through? Because we could do that whilst you've got cramp.
Right, wait a minute. I'll move the computer so you can still see us.
Or you could have just messaged me whilst you're standing. I could
No,
have
that's
did
fine.
it.
So you're going to name wrestlers, and you're going
Okay.
to say well, no, me and you're going to name wrestlers, Aaron. One at a
Yeah,
time.
I kind of figured.
Danny, what you're going to do is you're going to say the first thing that pops into your head about them, whether it's something good or bad or whatever.
Oh,
Nice.
jeez.
This is new. This is very new.
See?
Oh, I'll be terrible at this.
Right,
Oh,
go, Craig.
dear.
And just a big shout out for this idea. It came from what's the flipping podcast called? What
Oh, this
I'll
is the
get
worst
earlier.
shout. The worst shout
Hitting
ever.
the turnbuckle.
It comes from hitting the turnbuckle.
So let's start. Kids fight.
Oh,
Legend.
Davy Blaze.
Nuts.
Sam Taylor.
Uh, Sam Taylor is future, I guess. Yeah, future.
Oh. You're a pain. That's black.
Well, just handsome.
Ahmed Hamdi.
Oh, Andy. He's the best, man. He's the best.
Mr. Monroe.
The worst.
The worst. Danny Kaye.
Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye is reliable.
TJ Rage.
TJ Rage. He's legend as well.
Logan Smith.
I was waiting for that to come.
Logan Smith. Uh, Logan Smith. It's not one word, just terrible moonsault.
Xander Davidson.
Xander Davidson is. Xander Davidson is. It's just that he's the best as well. Amanda Ahmed. This is the combined.
Fiona.
Fiona. Fiona's the goat.
Okay, I'm going to change tactic from indie. Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. Now that is actually the goat.
Fair. Let's go.
I've stumped him because I've went away from indies. Okay, I'll
This is
name
not
some
interesting.
folk from FTO whilst he figures. Kurt Angle.
An angle. Oh, Kurt Angle. It's like hilarious. I
Okay,
love Kurt Angle.
JR and oh fuck
King.
the King. They're coming to FTO. So both JR and
Jerry
Jerry
Lawler.
Lawler. Yep.
Jerry and Jerry Lawler are iconic. aren't they?
I've got one. I've got one.
Yeah, go on, mate, go.
Shotzi.
I knew you were going there.
What's he? Brilliant. She's really good.
Where are we going? Billy Gunn.
He's a
Jacked.
honest man.
I don't
Billy
want to go
Gunn is
through
huge.
everyone, mate, but is there any others that you like, or you want to add any of the ones that you're listing that you're getting, Craig? Or potentially getting?
Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes is underrated.
Aye.
My boy.
Darby Allin.
Insane.
100%.
Karrion Cross and Scarlett.
Hanning Cross and Scarlett are they're I feel like they're unlucky.
Yeah.
I feel like they've been really unlucky.
Rob Van Dam.
It's stylish with the singlets. I love I collect wrestling figures and I
Yeah.
love a Rob Van Dam one just because of the singlets.
Fair. Frankie Kazarian.
Forgot about
Frankie
shit.
Kazarian. He's a legend. I'm a big TNA guy.
Nice.
Frankie Kazarian's the childhood. See, when I was, let's say, 2010 Rumble was the first one I watched, and then I didn't have Sky, so I just watched TNA. So Frankie Kazarian.
Nice. Right, and the last one from me, because there's that many. Oh, God. Right. Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash is. I'd say Kevin Nash is like groundbreaking, like with whatever he done.
Fair. Right. So another question for you, and I've just thought of this. If there was a contract on the table from WWE, AEW, TNA, and New Japan, what one would you pick?
Where would I go? I mean, I'm starting in NXT.
If you want to start in NXT, you can start in NXT.
Well, start wherever. Right, you've got to go with WWE to try it. It might be the wrong career choice, but then you can say you've been with WWE.
Okay.
But if I got offered any of them, I'm taking whatever.
Nice.
But you got. I feel like you have to. WWE's the one that when you get in there, that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
AEW is class. New Japan is class. New Japan would be good. New Japan looks scary.
It does, yeah.
TNA, I love TNA. The TNA is probably my second choice, which is bold. I know AEW, where all the money is and stuff, but I'd love to. TNA is iconic.
Thing is, with the partnership they have at the moment
Yeah,
with
you
WWE
can
as
work
well,
in.
so you potentially, if you were hypothetically signed with TNA, you could
You can
potentially
work.
be used
Yeah.
with WWE as well, which I think is brilliant what they're doing. How they've got these partnerships now, whereas they wouldn't
I
have them
love it.
before.
It's really good.
You know what I mean? It's great to be able to get to see like Frankie Kazarian and other guys like that actually on there, and
100%.
the
Yeah, I
fact
think it's
that
brilliant.
we've got like Matt Cardona back as well. You know what I mean? Back actually,
Yeah.
because he was meant to
As,
come into FTO, and I think between
he's had to pull out.
he's had to pull out because of that equipment. So I think out of the guests that we did want to meet, I think me, Craig, and the wee man are kind of like gutted because we really did want to meet him, but I get it because like
Yeah.
he's now got the more commitments with WWE, so he wouldn't be able to commit. And I totally get that, but it's
Yeah.
great to actually see him back in WWE, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's signed full time now, isn't he, as well?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like this will be the last unfull fact for like because Dave did obviously the European tour, and like I said, it was before it came on. I'd seen because I follow him on socials, and like they were wherever they were for the tour. Him and Chelsea, because obviously they're married and stuff. And then they flew.
Mhm.
The way he put it in his tweet, all that was they flew. They did over in the last couple of days. They did over 80,000 miles because they left there, went to someplace else, then they came back to MSG. And he says, "Look, this is what you loved when he was there before, because he's not had a schedule like that where he could be potentially say Germany, and then you're someplace else and you're back in the US. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he says, look, he's loving being back, loving that environment where he's constantly on the road, and he can't wait to actually wrestle at MSG again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
He's brilliant. It was
yeah,
brilliant.
it's just great to see him back. Any more
Yeah, I've
to
never
add for you, Craig?
No, I'm not going to keep Danny too long.
Yep.
Just for finishing off, I've got one more question to finish off, and then I'll be like where people can find your social media shows you've got coming up. So the last question from me is, what are three things you are grateful for right now in life?
three things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my family, and my family, my girlfriend. I'm grateful for the people around me. I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I'm getting, which is in the wrestling and outside the wrestling, I suppose, with everything. Number three, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my dog. Grateful for my dog. He's not here. He's usually touch tight. He's sadly not here. He must be away at his bed, but he makes me smile every day because he's always so pleasant to see.
Good. Aaron, have you got any more questions?
No, I don't. I've asked most what I wanted to ask and engaged quite a bit more than usual for a change.
No? Um,
Um,
it's down to you, Danny. What where can people find you on social media, and what shows have you got coming up that you can let people know of?
Social media have Instagram, Facebook. Danny Clarke. Instagram is Danny underscore Clarke or Danny Clarke Pro Wrestling, something like that. It's not a good plug, but something like that. Coming up at the end of this month, I have Shield Pro Wrestling down in Newcastle area. That's all I have this month. Next month uh, is SWE at the end of the month. Quite quiet January, February. Then March it picks up with. Let me check right now because I have a couple of good ones to plug. March picks up on the 7th of March. I have PBW show in Armadale. Poster just went out today actually. If anyone wants to look at that, it's got Daz and everybody on it. If you want a good look. And then Pro 2 that day as well. So double duty that day. Pro 2 run during the day. So and then at the end of the month, I could have sworn I had. I go get PBW again. I swore I had. There we go. Pro Wrestling Scotland, 20th of March. So March is a bit busier. 4 shows in a couple of weeks. So yeah, catch me this year. PBW, Pro Wrestling Scotland, Pro 2, SWE. They're probably my busiest ones.
And so I'll tell you when I have shows if Brian gets you booked.
True, Saltire as well.
So, no, perfect, Danny. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute blast. It's been great to hear your stories and find out more about you as well.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. Really enjoyed it actually.
Good. Aaron, thank you as always for being my trusty co-host. So yeah. And Aaron, you can plug Sunday.
I am back on Sunday with Alex and John. We are going over 4 weeks of Raw and SmackDown NXT because obviously we had the 3 week break. And we will be back at 8:30 discussing all things on that. So come along if you want to listen to us waffle like we did tonight and see what we thought of the last 4 weeks of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
Good. And like we said earlier, me and Aaron will be back next Thursday at 7 o'clock with Mad Dog Mike Angus, talking all things Progress, TNT, Wrestle Tours, FTLO, and seeing what other crap we speak about. So
Nice.
it's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you as always. Remember,
Thank you.